Battle of Mississippi, the Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Mississippi State about to boot it away as we start the festivities. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense will have the football first. The Golden Egg made its home in Stark Vegas after the Bulldogs pulled out a close one the last time they met.
Well, Mississippi State is generally regarded as the blue-collar school in state, and they won that game last year in blue-collar fashion. Physical, and they beat Ole Miss down, David.
And found a way to win the game late. Exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking when I think of Mississippi State. Blue-collar, hard-working, make you earn everything you get.
RPO complete to open the drive. Made a defender miss. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Back to pass. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And that is the way you set the tone. Man, early and often. Here in the first quarter, getting your first sack. Nice job by this defense. They had 4 last week, and it's looking like today it's going to be more of the same.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Finds a tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And the Rebels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oh, he got loose. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Rebels will try to punch it in on first and goal. Trying to barge in. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the D deny them on second and goal. Secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Mississippi State's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Traore. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
That's caught. It's Maryland. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Bulldogs are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Pulled down for the tackle.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Right on the money. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Got the quick completion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line. Look out, he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Leaves it with the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Working the middle, it's complete. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Working that left side. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Off the RPO, complete. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like it.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Maryland. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. After that last completion, it's second down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being hiked, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Mississippi State rings the cowbell in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wants to fire on second down. They're working that left side. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got the tight end.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it! And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
You know, and that's real demoralizing for the defense, too, because the coverage on that play wasn't terrible. He just threw it in a place where only his guy could make the catch. There's nothing you could have done defensively to prevent that effort. Now, all of a sudden, the offense, man, they are knocking on the door.
They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. They're trying to slam it in. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After getting absolutely nowhere on 2nd down, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. Trying to pound their way in. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Maryland. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
And the Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
First down here for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Past the 40. Turning it on. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
But it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a win.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He's at the 50. Past the 30. He's at the touchdown, Rebels. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. He does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turning on the jets, making the big play.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground and you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The Hottie-Toddies are full-throated right now as Ole Miss builds the lead.
They got the momentum going. The offense is clicking. You see that a lot of times with Ole Miss. Big rivalry game against Mississippi State. Can they respond, Paul?
And Ole Miss, is one of those teams you just blink and all of a sudden they're blowing you out. That's been the case here today. The Bulldogs got to find a way to slow them down.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. He wants to change this route. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to throw it. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Looking to take a shot. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back.
Touchdown, Rebels! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off for the third time today.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
He's brought down the one to play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. A little release to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on second down. Touchdown! give them 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Bulldogs lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
It's caught. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out fast. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The give to the back. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to power it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Unleashes to the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Ole Miss! The defense putting points on the board. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The Bulldogs are at the line. convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab on the right down the gut of the field. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
The snap sets up the throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Hartman. Back open in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. Sprinting away. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas. Keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns, and you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Mississippi State, 20.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Shoots it to the left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, he makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quick handoff. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Off play action. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 30.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
And the Rebels have taken it inside the 20. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And that is how we will wrap this one up.